is gonna be cold tonight. Welcome aboard, everybody. Let's see if we can. Okay, we got somebody on the bike. I guess that's Bird. How you doing, Bird? There we go. He's got his beer. God forbid I smack the bird and his beer. Here we go. As Jackie Gleason used to say, and away we go. What's up, Ronnie Mew Swan? How you doing? I saw you were doing it up today. I got to check out the video. Very back to serious. Well, I'm not cut out that way, Kit Kat. Once in a while is okay, but I'm in a very big travel mode now. But I've had so damn many requests to talk about stuff tonight, and I appreciate you, and I appreciate the stuff that you've sent me. I always appreciate, hey Catherine, that you take the time to think about and send me links to stuff. So don't confuse that with not being appreciative. Wow, gas is $4.89. Guys in there bitching about a $7 pizza. Come on, dude. Holy smokes. I think I'm going to move location so I'm not in the way of the, get the hell out of here. I was gonna pick up the cost of the pizza, but a big ass knife fell out of the guy's jacket. I was like, what the serious hell, man? He's like, oh, well, shit, somebody tried to rob me. And he's outside the store tonight. I said, say what? It's like, say what? Yep, Cyber Monday. Oh, yeah. My merch is out there. Ooh, right up on the curb. There we go. All right. Susan, how are you? Hello, Callie. Ma was like, what the hell, you know? Holy smokes. All right, let's get... How's everybody doing today? No work today, but I helped somebody clear up their yard, which is a freaking mess. Let me turn this off. Yeah, the gasoline's down to $4.89. Woo! I guess I should be cheering, right? I guess some good news for the holiday here. Let me say hi to everybody. Hi, Derveet. How are you? We got Amanda in here. Callie Mo. My other car. Everybody, hey, Pop Trauma, how are you tonight? Good to see you. Seeing who I missed. Blondie, hello, Blondie, nice to see you. I am back in Santa Rosa, Derveet. I'm still rolling out videos, yeah, from 6-something. Yeah, thank you, Alan. I appreciate that. I got another good one coming out tomorrow. Not quite as heavy in tenor as Manzanar internment camp, which deep profoundly affected me. If you've not seen that video, make damn sure you watch it to the end to get the full impact and effect. Hey, how you doing, James? Thank you, my other car. I appreciate that. Thank you. I had some dumbbell. Hey, PT. He's like, oh, you know, just because you put music on and do some lights and stuff, it doesn't mean that you're cinematic. It's like, dude, he's like, that's very amateurish. Well, dude, I'm an amateur. You know, I mean, what the hell? You know, sometimes I rise to the occasion. Thank you. I really appreciate that, everybody. That will definitely profoundly affect you when you watch that. It's one thing when you read about stuff in the history books and things. It's maybe a page in a United States history book. It's another thing to go there and just hear that wind, stand in that graveyard, and just think what it is to lose your freedom. Well, thank you, Nippy. I appreciate that. I wish more people from my lives would go over and watch them, but maybe they do. Did you put up your... No, I haven't put up a tree yet, Derby. They do take time, but I enjoy it. It's, you know, if you would like doing something, it's good. So somebody made a comment on the video. Oh, they have nice flush toilets. I'm like, dude, you know, given the gravity and what people lost, I think flush toilets are the greatest luxury that could have been provided on that. So thumbs up are appreciated. We'll wait till a few more people come in. Please tweet it out if you're on Twitter. It would be appreciated. Let people know that I am live on YouTube. I have like 15 people follow me on Twitter. It takes a lot of work. Well, I enjoy the history aspects of that, and I like to try to use imagery to capture the feel. And I took that internment camp, and when I entered the camp, I flipped over to black and white to just give an idea of how stark the world was when you entered that place, and people didn't see colors anymore. They didn't see, life became very black and white about them. Yeah, we're gonna get to it, MR. Yeah, thank you. Let me do my begging first, MR, according to you. So I want to thank Shimei and all that. History told the class of it. I was shocked. Yeah, so you watch that video, and especially if you watch it to the end, you can't help but be profoundly affected by that experience, and it still grips me almost a week later, having gone there. Now I want to thank Shimei and Silver Diamond broke the cherry on the on my Cash App last night, and I really appreciated that. Thank you very much. And it seems to, I don't know why I didn't do it easier earlier. It's an easier way, where all your stuff, all your information is totally secure, and it's, no emails, no nothing out there. So I want to thank them for doing that. So yeah, thumbs up or appreciate it. So the best thing you can do to help out is watch the videos and leave a comment on them. So my other car, I haven't seen a comment from you on the video, so I hope that you'll stop and see it. Cash is crap. I send gold bar. Let's get down to it, guys. The number one thing that people are asking me about is China right now. And about a year ago this time, I did a video called "A Storm is Rising from the East." And the main focal point of that video was that the situation in China is probably going to be the thing that helps pitch the world into a severe and a prolonged recession, which the implications of which will undermine, shake the foundations of not only China, but many nations, including the United States around the world, and begin to accelerate a trend towards authoritarianism, and I guess eventually dictators and things will rise from the instability and thing, because right now people around the world sense that something is wrong. They can't all put their finger on it, but they know, like, they're still working, but they're falling behind. How you doing, JK? I hope you had a great Thanksgiving too. Yeah, everybody, you should always make a comment when you stop by to see the video, of course. It helps a lot, right? So the people are the kind of, they know that there's an undercurrent of unease. They know, I saw a different Halloween this year. I saw a different, I'm seeing a different start to Christmas season this year. I'm going to be very interested to see what kind of spirit that we muster in 2022 here for Christmas coming up. But the basic premise of that is that the instability of China has large repercussions that I discussed last year in that video. And those repercussions are important. It means the whole dynamic of where industry goes now, where companies set up manufacturing and expanding operations and things, and all that stuff in the space of 1 year. Now, remember when I did that video last year, that video got a shitload of views on it. And it was like, it's going to change, right? It's going to change, and it's going to go from where everybody wants to be in China to now nobody wants to be in China, because forms of government are absolutely critical for, for stability of things. But more than that, the most stabilizing factor is predictability. You can say what you want to say about the United States. You can say what you want to say about Europe and other nations that are basically free. Yeah, it's hard as hell to save money, JK, and you got a kid too. I hear you. So what we don't have, communism is equal misery for all, I've always said, but we haven't even gotten back to communism yet, okay? Now, when you think about the worst thing that you can have in the investment world, hey, Bella Rose, how you doing, babe? Hi, Amelia. The very first, number one largest risk to investing is unpredictability. And number one, nobody predicted that the president of China would run for a third. I use the word run in quotes, unquote, because we know that it's a bullshit situation with the party leadership there. And the problem with that is that started shaking people up. And I noticed last year around this time that all the big hitters in China, the ones that I followed so closely, the Jack Ma's, the other people that set up major companies that had success, development companies, major developers, multi-billionaires in China, and movie stars. And I started to see this pushback against like LGBT and things in within China, that we have girly guys and things, and all of a sudden everybody's like, whoa, what the hell's going on here? In my opinion, a year ago, the Chinese knew what was likely coming down the pike, and I still am not sure about the roots of coronavirus and things like that. But the way their approach to that has been so heavy-handed that there must be more to this thing, that they're willing to wreck their economy, close down entire cities, and now they're having protests in the streets and things like that. But the president and the high-ranking Chinese authorities were already setting the groundwork last year. The first time that the president Xi Jinping appeared in a Mao suit, it was the first Mao suit I'd seen since the 1970s. Okay, that was my first clue. And in China, it's all about the visual clues over there. That was my first clue that something is rotten in the state of Denmark. And then it began to start to marginalize people that were successful. And he started speaking out about people that got rich at the expense of other people. And we have 90% of the nation still living dirt poor, and 10% of these people are living, hey, Ms. Lulu, 10% of these people are living a high life here. Right? I started hearing all this stuff. Right? This is one of the basic tenets of communism, but it also provides a really easy escape hatch for China to now pull in the reins and put real crushing, have a real hallmark return to communism here, which is going to have profound implications on the world. And I think today's the first day in the markets that started to really be hammered home to people, that it's important what goes on over in China. There's been trillions of dollars that have been invested in there, that if these corporate CEOs for these Fortune 500s, if they had the ability to wave a wand and make something happen just by waving a wand, they would bring every dollar of invested physical plant back to the United States. Every factory, everything would be safe and secure within the borders of the United States. So in a matter of less than a year, globalization has hit the wall. Right? Nobody wants to talk about globalization. Nobody wants to talk about expanding operations here and there. People feel very burned right now. And we feel burned. A few things that we do export over to, China are being impacted. We have our own inflationary thing that's going on here that has really impinged people's purchasing power. When you're paying $3.99 for a dozen eggs, or maybe $4.99, I don't know what the hell I paid. Right? And I see the crazy prices, and people comment on my video underneath, oh, this cheap bastard shops at grocery outlet. Well, yeah. Have you looked at the prices in Safeway and places like that? I'm damn glad there's a place where I can pick up items that they can't open the packaging properly. They may not taste so great. Yeah, extra large eggs. It's all symptomatic of that. Shrinkflation. The packages are getting smaller. The bottom line is people's standard of living is declining, and it's starting to now decline at an accelerating rate. Well, Nippy, I picked up that rack of ribs for $9 something. It was damn good. Right? Damn good. Okay, and I really appreciated having that. But we're now hitting the acceleration phase here. So I'm just going to put it out. I'm not going to discuss it here. If you're still in, You've had a great rally within 10% of the top of the old market peak of January of last year. You've now come within 10% on the Dow Jones Industrial Average. The Nasdaq still 30% below. We have very divergent markets right here. My big caution to you is major market moves that change directions never happen in just two waves. Okay, they don't just happen with a down and an up. There's always another leg. There's always you have a wave. Hey, Matt and Eric, you have an A leg down, a B leg, which can be very powerful and fool people and come close to changing people's minds and things, and then a C wave, which is very long and very protracted here. So if you're investing, you really have to ask yourself, what do I see ahead that's not baked into these prices in here now? You've seen Tesla become systematically dismantled. Elon Musk is likely pissed away, $40 billion of capital. It shows you how flighty and how really worthless these things are that occupied so much of the mind of people over the last 10 years in particular. The FANG stocks, the Facebooks, the Apples, the Nvidias, the Googles. What's really underneath them is just data, right? It's just monetizing, and it's not a factory. It's not, and it's intellectual product, and it's social media. That's all it is connecting people. It doesn't really produce anything of value, because now we see that people are being bounced out of tech jobs and things left, right, and center. And it's possible within 2 years that Facebook could be fighting for its financial life. I think Google is more of an essential tool. I think there's more there. I think YouTube is a well-established video sharing platform. But in terms of Facebook and things like that, what's new under the sun over there? What gets people excited? Not a hell of a lot. Hey, Nino. These days it's used as a doxing platform to get information on people, and it's Facebook's the ultimate weaponized social media right out there, and more people are turned off. More and more people are turned off to the realities of what Facebook is, and they went down this lousy road of virtual reality. Man, ain't nobody care about virtual reality when people are getting their asses handed to them in life, left, right, and center. Escape what? Go to an alternate world? Hell no. Right? Hell to the no. So I'm saying, if you were in, like I got out like 800 points ago on the Dow about a month ago or so, I'm out. Whatever happens, if it goes through the roof, I'm happy for you guys. But I am totally and completely out, because I think all of the expectation that things will improve and things will get better, and this is just a temporary blip and stuff like that. I don't think it's a temporary blip. I think it's changes in direction and changes in movements in societies that undermine future stability of the world. And at the very core, we know that money is the heart of what drives a nation. Right now, you have people risking their lives on the streets of various cities in China because they are tired of authoritarian rule. They look at a country like the United States, and they do get information on the United States. They know we went through the hell of like a herd immunity and vaccination. We lost, I don't know, 500,600,000, whatever number of people we lost in this country to COVID. And they fought that tooth and nail. Now, why would such an advanced country, over 1 million people have died. Now, why would such an advanced country fight so tooth and nail that per capita they might lose 3 million people to our 1 million, because it's triple the size of the population, or quadruple that they have there? there's something weird there. There's something that never struck me right, that they would be willing to risk, debt defaults and property development companies going tits up, banks failing, people can't get their money out of banks and things like that. So there's, they've done so much, which makes me think that, perhaps they know something the rest of the world does with their really over the top response to cornholio. And I think many of you would agree it's heavy handed. You take a city of 20 million people, you lock it down. The elderly can't get what they need. If people can't, it's a society that reveres elderly people, and these people's hearts are broken that they can't go check on family members. They can't do anything. And these things go against the very grain of what the Chinese culture is all about, right? It's the polar opposite of the United States, where we, Western countries value youth and the elderly and are thrown away to the wayside. It's quite a different story over there. So this has been very tough for these people to accept. And I get stuff from, I get things from China every single day. I still have a lot of people that communicate with me from over there. We're coming to a possible turning point where one of two things are going to happen. And I don't know exactly, hey, cute kitty, I don't know exactly what it's going to be. Number one is, and I would imagine it'll be this, because we're coming into winter, the trend of infections and COVID will likely trigger more authoritarian action in more major cities to put people on lockdown and things like that. Okay. A rise in extreme authoritarianism, like tanks on the street, People's Liberation Army, local provincial police, local municipal, the whole 9 yards. Okay. The whole stinking 9 yards. Okay. Which is likely to further exacerbate this trend that's already underway towards a full-scale meltdown in China, and debt, trillions of dollars of debt imploding and not being paid back, people not being able to pay their bills. They can't go to work, right? They've had 20 years of success here. They've had 20 years to build up and finally acquire that $800,000, $1 million apartment in Shanghai, or a $500,000 shithole in Beijing or something, and they're seeing this dream slip away, and they know they have no insurance. There's no FDIC for banks. There's nobody going to bail them out on property and stuff like that. How you doing, NH? Okay, so the wolf is definitely at the door over there. Now, if more people continue to protest, you will see either the government relent and say, okay, to hell with it, let the Kraken be released. And if we die by the millions, we die by the millions. Okay, everybody back to work, whatever. Or, I think, because they know a little more than we do, I think they're going to contain this thing at all costs, no matter what the cost on society, because they can always fall back on communism. Okay, they can always fall back. I don't follow the Maple Leafs, Kelly. They always fall back on communism. An air show and a small plane. Yes, I did. But Kitty, I'm just trying to stay on topic with this. I get distracted easily, so. Buying a Cyber Monday air fryer. I have no idea about that, and it's no problem, Kelly. I don't follow hockey that much. It's just not on my radar screen. But you know what? I'm glad that you enjoy it. It gives you joy in life, and that's a great thing. Did you get a chance? I haven't seen. I saw Blackbird came in as I was coming in on his bike as I was leaving tonight, Charlotte. He's got to make the effort to come to me. All right. I mean, I'm working. I was off today, and I'm 6 hours helping hump landscape shit and all that. Did you read about the apartment? I did, over in Xinjiang. Yeah. My football show, because the college season is over, really. I mean, we're at the playoff time now. And the last 2 weeks weren't worth betting on, and it really came to fruition to me that I made the right choice. Because more bettors lost more money the last 2 weeks than combined for the year so far. There's nothing there. Okay. I mean, it's like once you get to late November, it's done now. So that's the fallout here. Well, the other thing that people ask me about, and I'm cognizant that people in my chat have Bitcoin. J.K. NoCal's been an early adopter and holder and Bitcoin and things like that. So I don't want to, everybody's going to make their own decision about things. What's happening now is you're having this great shakeout. Hey, Blue, how you doing? Boy, yes, I have a boyfriend. Yay. It's about fucking time. What's happening now is, and you may wonder, why am I reading all these things about bankruptcy and all that? What the hell is going on in the Bitcoin world? Let's make it real easy. When Bitcoin came out, Bitcoin went up from a couple hundred to thousands, and all of a sudden, what am I going to do with this asset? I got this coin or whatever, and these companies sprung up and said, aha, we're going to set up a company, a crypto wallet, that you can take your Bitcoin, you can transfer it to us, we can put it in a crypto wallet in your name, and in the meantime, we can borrow money on the value of those Bitcoins that you have on deposit here as an asset. And you sign that when you sign on to set up your Bitcoin wallet at Coinbase or whatever. Did you give them the right to lend against, to borrow and invest against that? So what many of them ended up doing was borrowing money against all the Bitcoins that many people sent into these wallets to be held, because you could earn some interest too on your Bitcoin. While it's going through the roof, you could also earn 3, 4, 5, 6, 7% interest on your Bitcoin holdings. And people went to those wallets in droves. Well, the problem is now, as the value of Bitcoin has gone down, its value of collateral against those loans has gone down too. And when the value of your collateral goes down and you've borrowed money, you have to put up more money to maintain your loan. Well, the companies didn't have it. Okay. Worse than that, a few of these scoundrels disappeared. They took major chunks of money. The guy from Korea, Dow, somebody or other, 5 months ago, took off. Right? And one of the biggest rah-rah cheerleaders of Bitcoin just took off. $2 billion and just went low profile. So those kind of things started to shake people's confidence, and this is supposed to be such a great thing for the future. Why have so many people cashed out and taken the money and run? And it started, I've been pretty much right on Bitcoin from the get-go, but it started, not happy right, but correct. But it started a reverse trend, and it peaked out at the Super Bowl. And now people like Tom Brady and Matt Damon, it pimped Bitcoin. The lawyers are trying to start to go after them now. You should have known better. There was no disclosure of the risk. When you came out and pimped Bitcoin at Super Bowl time, it was It was just reaching, it was $58,000 per Bitcoin, and now it's $16,000 for Bitcoin. And most of the people that invested in Bitcoin came in at the end of the rise when the publicity was greatest. Isn't that what always happens? They're not there at the base. They're there at the peak because they drink the Kool-Aid. But just remember, for every person that buys a Bitcoin, somebody had to sell it at that time, okay? And you have to ask yourself, if it's such a great deal when I'm racing in now, why are they selling? These are probably people that didn't buy yesterday, last week, last month. These are probably people that have been sitting on this turkey for a while. All right. But, we swallow the Kool-Aid, we piss down our leg, we go in, we buy the Bitcoin, and now we're suffering here. Right? I honestly don't know what the future value of a Bitcoin is, but I know the psychology that rolled that along like a freight train at 90 miles an hour will be hard to rebuild again. All right, there's too many people that would look at a rise of Bitcoin as a chance to get out and cut their losses, as opposed to a chance to get into Bitcoin. And this is an important thing. This is why when markets turn, it's a whole different game. And you got people sitting out there, oh, well, today's the day, tomorrow will be the day it'll hit bottom. But the psychology is all negative. The psychology is horrific now. If you ask the average person, if I could get you out at half of the price that you put in, would you take it? You're down 80% now, but if I could get you up to half, would you keep holding on, or would you take the money and run? Right? The psychology has changed. And all of that base that built up for years has to be rebuilt again. And that takes a lot of time. People say, oh, when it hits bottom, it's going to have a B bottom. No, it's got to hit bottom and be dead for a long period of time. It's got to hit bottom, roll over, and be dead for a long, long period of time. It takes a long time to build a base to get in advance. Yeah, you'll have some rallies again. But let's face it, when the news is biggest, around Super Bowl time last year, is when the most people came in and drank the Kool-Aid. Right? That's when it was on the Hey Coyote, that's when it was on the magazine covers. That's when it's on Super Bowl commercials. That's when banks are starting to do credit cards with Bitcoin. Remember then during the Super Bowl commercial? Right? All gone. Disappeared. Banks are now starting to pull out the ATM machines for Bitcoins and things. Congress is going to be having hearings coming up. And this was always the biggest risk, I thought, in my mind for Bitcoin. And I'm not saying it can't ever be a great thing in the future. But the biggest selling point of Bitcoin was that it was beyond government's ability to regulate or be involved in. But in theory, that sounded real good to people. But in actual fact, you've got to be able to convert Bitcoin to whatever currency is predominant in your country. And now the banks are under tremendous pressure from the comptroller of the currency in the United States Treasury, starting to give them kind of an evil eye, like, what the hell are you doing with Bitcoin? Does that really fit in with your banking license, the risk profile? Let's see, this was $58,000 of Bitcoin. Now it's $16,000. What are you guys doing? And they're all starting to just slowly kind of back away from the whole proposition. And therefore, the liquidity of Bitcoin starts to suffer as a result, because there's fewer places that you can convert or get back into cash. Now, there will be when Congress starts session in January and a new Congress comes in, there will be extensive hearings. And there will be new rules and regulations laid down. Of course, now it's too late. The horses already have escaped the barn. All right. All right. Because we know that everything that's ever hot, whether it's gold, Confederate Civil War bonds of the 1860s, Florida land in the 1920s, right? Stocks in the 1920s and shit. We know that everything goes through a big cycle and it all ends up being regulated by government because we're in a populous country. So what are people going to do? They're going to turn to government and they're going to say, this Tom Brady, this Matt Damon, this, whoever some of the other people pimping it were, hey, Darla, they made me buy this thing. They endorsed this thing with their appearance on commercials. There were full-page spreads in magazines, in newspapers. Get your credit card linked to Bitcoin and things like that. And sadly, as happens when the publicity is greatest, the investment is the worst. When everybody's talking about something, when everybody's jealous of what you have, your best option is to let them have it. Okay? Remember that is a defining rule of investing. If everybody's jealous of what you have, it's time to let it go. All right. And I'm just saying now, the rest of the story is still going to, the hard losses have been taken. And I suspect it will be and remember, this Bitcoin has gone down in the face of a market that's risen 3,000 points. Okay, the Dow Jones Industrial Average has risen, 10%. Bitcoin has gone the other direction. So when the market turns, which I believe it will, or is in the process of turning now downward, the major equity markets, it's going to further leverage the pressure on Bitcoin as people need to liquidate Bitcoin to meet other obligations in their lives. Hey, Angus, how are you? How you doing, Jody? Good to see you. All right, so right now we've had a period of a little bit of risk on, and more people have been investing in things, and now suddenly we're going risk off again in the world. So the next thing I want to talk about. Hey, hey, my other car. I don't need you pimping for me on here, okay? I'm not the person that pimps out my stuff. I appreciate the effort, okay, but I don't want. This is not a money oriented. I appreciate the support I get here, and if I get it, I get it. Okay, people know what to do. They know where the merch is. All right, I appreciate when they do that. All right, let's talk about interest rates now, because that's the big one here. All right, a lot of people were thinking now we're going to back off, right? We're starting to slow down. China's slowing down. Oil prices are coming down. Inflation's probably going to take a couple notches down and stuff. But the Federal Reserve is still perfectly prepared. As one of the Fed governors said today, hey man, we're going full bore ahead with another increase here. Now, why would they say that? Okay, it's not just because of its inflation, because the Fed follows markets, it doesn't lead them. And the Fed is still way behind 30, 60, 90-day T-bill rates. They have no choice but to follow along with that. Now the real turning point's going to come, and this is the one you want to mark. Normally, and I say normally through the course of capitalism and history, when things slow down, which they're kind of doing now, we've seen tech slow down, we see Christmas is a little sketchy, we don't know what it's going to be. I think people will still enjoy Christmas, but When things slow down, interest rates normally move lower. Okay. That would be the expectation. But I think this is going to be the cycle that tests the theory, because the need for money, the need to borrow money, is going to be so terrific that there'll be two choices that our populist government faces. We either bite the bullet and have a hellaciously hard recession here, which is probably in the cards anyway, or we just keep printing money and inflate it away and let the people live in Argentina, a Venezuela lifestyle of 120% inflation or something like that. Which way do you think it'll come down? I don't know. But I know that the need for money is going to be so great by governments urgently trying to stimulate their economies. I mean urgently, borrowing every dollar that they can borrow to try to do stimulus and other things. I can't see a lot of downside to interest rates here. This is not a normal thing. We have too much debt in the world that has to be serviced. And to do so, we can't tell people to pay more in taxes. We can't tell people turn over half of your bank accounts or 3/4 of your bank account, right? We'll never get elected if we do that shit. All right, so you're going to see a very abnormal situation where interest rates could rise in the face of a declining economy. And that would be my expectation coming up, that I think interest rates had backed off a little bit, but we would just have to see how that goes. Bottom line for me is I think that we've had a good run on this leg that started in, I don't know, October or whatever, early October. And I think it's about due to change direction here. Okay? About to change direction. I'm not here to suggest what we do because everybody is different. How do you think it would affect YouTube? I don't know. YouTube's a video sharing platform. How you doing, Joni? Obviously, advertising is coming under pressure, which is the lifeblood of Twitter, Facebook, Google, YouTube, on and on and on. It's all about the advertising money, all about the promotional money. And that's kind of under pressure right now. Companies aren't sure if they're getting a bang for the buck. They see a company like Facebook that looks like just totally like a house of chaos. How you doing, P. Carver? Let's face it, when it comes to a company like Facebook, people have 100% lost faith in the leadership of that company. People do not believe that Mark Zuckerberg, who took an idea from the Winkle's Lost Brothers and made it his own and ended up buying them out, right, has shown no business ability at all. Zero. He rode a trend of social growth, and he made his first big decision in his life to go into this virtual reality world, and it has been nothing short of a $100 billion disaster in climbing so far for him. This is the problem with these companies. Oh, Judy. Yeah, I wish. This is the problem with these companies, is faith in the leadership. How you doing, Dave? Thank you. I appreciate that. Faith in the leadership of these companies has been severely undermined here because people realize all of a sudden what made Facebook big was just growth. Now you've taken every bit of low, medium, and high hanging fruit from the world, and there's nowhere else to go. Okay? So where do we go from here? We go down. And down and down and down and down and down. Who's to say that Facebook, with its very bloated cost structure, right? Tens of hundreds of thousands of employees doing one thing, working on social media, right? They're all in on social media. Yes, I think millennials have it worse than they're, yes, I do. All this social media is all they're working on, right? And there's really nothing to do but just cut jobs, kill that program, kill that future program, forget this thing we were think tanking about. Now it's a case of survival. And I would not be surprised if Facebook gets down into the double digit stock range here. Okay, I just don't think that the flow of monies, people are too rattled about the shakiness of the leadership now. People are pulling away from Twitter because they don't like Elon Musk advertisers. And remember, the corporations are always in the power seat, because they're the ones that are going to write the check for advertising and promotion. He's another one. I lost a subscriber and supporter last year who thought that Elon Musk walked on water, was the bee's knees. And I said, no, it's not going to be that way. Right? This guy's he's gone Hollywood. He's got a private life that's kind of, I'll say, interesting. He's on the moon, spacecraft to the moon, and suddenly he decides to get into social media. What the serious hell? Because he doesn't like the idea that somebody gets booted off a platform, so he potentially pisses away. Well, he did piss away he's pissed away a fortune here for just another bad idea. And all of a sudden, these companies that were worth $1 trillion and people are scared now. They see people like Mark Zuckerberg and they think he's just a punk ass kid. Why in the hell did we ever put our money with this kid? Right? It's a tough act to follow. That's why people like, he sent the car into space. I could understand that for the promotion of Tesla. But when I told this woman I didn't think it was a good idea, all of a sudden you would have thought it was the most insulting thing on the face of the earth. Well, how do we look a year later? Right? You think his focus is laser focused, or do you think it's a shotgun everywhere? People at Twitter are demoralized. All right, just because you buy a company doesn't mean that you get the livestock, as we used to call it. You don't own the livestock within the company. These people are not indentured servants. Yeah, they're going to have a hard time finding an equivalent job, but they're like, screw it, I'm out the door. Right? And there goes all the intellectual capacity of Twitter out the door. H-1 visas canceled, people going back to India or going to other places. Right? It's just a very, 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 very changing world. So my guess is that China is going to get more authoritarian as the days go on. The leadership can never come out and say, we made a mistake. We apologize. We took it too far. Let's all pull together now. Let's have a big party. Roll up our sleeves, pass around the rice bowl, the dim sum, and let's get back to work. Chinese have something that we in the Occidental world as opposed to the Oriental world. We don't have quite the same feeling about saving face that they do in the Oriental world, where it's great shame if you have to admit that you made a mistake or something like that. So people will go to the wall to avoid saying that, hey Terry, how you doing, to avoid apologizing and saying we made a mistake. So I would imagine China will go down with the ship. I told you before, 6 months ago, they have one foot in communism and one in capitalism. What did Abraham Lincoln say? A house divided against itself cannot stand. You can't be a little bit of this and a little bit of this, because that just means you're half-ass. All right? But they have been setting the stage for authoritarian communism for the past 6 months. The president of China knows the hard job that's ahead. He knows that very likely in the next 3 to 6 months, there'll be skull splitting on the streets of China. There will be banks failing, and the People's Party members, the high-ranking officials, will be left with a choice. Do we take the assets of our government, which is us, the top leadership here, and do we piss that away to bail people out of their lousy investments? Do we fritter away hundreds of billions of dollars on bailouts, stimulus, or do we just draw in the troops? I don't smoke. Or do we just circle the wagons, tell the people, fuck you, you're on your own. This is a story of China for 5,000 years. You've been down this road before. You're going to have to make your own way. Well, more like by Christmas. You're going to have to make your own way. We're not going to take our party's money and piss it away on you guys. So, too bad. Too bad. All right, that's the way I think it's going to come down. And then that's going to be the end of communism in China. Cooperation will go down the drain. It'll start in the outlying regions like Xinjiang that are already hotbeds of protest up in the northwest corner of China. The oil-rich Urumqi and those kind of areas up there that I visited before. Uyghur population Muslims. They'd be just the crew to get out there and start putting into action their dislike for for being marginalized for the last 80 years. And if it's one thing we found out in the world the last 40 years, is that religion is a tremendous motivator. Yeah, thumbs up or appreciate it, guys. We should be well over 100 here. This is some serious stuff tonight. Religion is a hell of a motivator. We saw that with terrorists in Afghanistan, people that would strap on vests of dynamite and go out there and blow themselves up. Okay, did you get signed up? No, I'm waiting to hear back. I haven't heard back from either of the people that I called. I'm waiting to hear, but I did finish all other requirements. But I'm at the behest of these people waiting right now. All right, religion is a great motivator, and I expect that that's where things will be unruly. But you have cities like Shanghai that have traditionally hated the Communist Party, because when Chiang Kai-shek lost the war, the Civil War of China, and they got into boats in 1949 in September of 1949 and shoved off for Taiwan and split the skulls of the Taiwanese people over there and took over. Shanghai was the very last stronghold of the nationalist Chinese. That was the last place to fall. Therefore, It's always been the most hated place. It's a place that Beijing is the most jealous of. Right? It's the most westernized city. It's the richest city. It's like the New York City of China. And those people are used to living the high life. They're used to having money. They're used to having fancy digs. They're used to having great jobs, rubbing elbows with Westerners and things like that. And now all of a sudden they see that's threatened with their banks and other things. And they're already out there on the streets in Shanghai. Believe it. So I would imagine that China will announce some bullshit. We're going to have a $1 trillion make work program. We're going to have something. Well, MR, we've had the first leg down was from January of 2022. And we bottomed in about October. August. We've had a 3-leg rally that's taken us into late November here. Markets never move in 2 waves. All right, we're due for another wave. All right, this is going to be the biggest, the most protracted, and the longest one. Okay, in my opinion. So if you've come within, if you get 90% of a loaf of bread, right, that's a pretty good deal, right? As opposed to potentially getting 10% 2 years down the road. My point is, we've already had a big rally back, right? We've come within 10%, 11, 12% of the peak in the Dow. What are your expectations beyond that? I mean, what do you think is going to, you think that, the cost of living is going to go back to where it was in 2020, the prices for eggs and milk and ice cream and all those things, right? Right. I mean, it's a different world. I mean, we got restaurants closing here because people are just grinding about people are starting to choke on the cost of, menu items and things. And in the kitchen, they're going nuts trying to source products that are 40, 50% more expensive than they were last year. And they're not making it. Yeah, thank you, Blondie. This is just my opinion, but it's been a month or so since we had a talk like this, and I've had a lot of requests to get to the thing. And in light of what's going on in China, I would highly recommend that you go back and look at that video called "The Storm is Rising from the East," which was about 1 year ago that I posted that. Yeah, need to buy a cow and break bread. Well, the ironic thing is, Charla, I mean, low-level people, like, we'll get by. You're higher level than them, but I'm saying low level, we get by. All right. It's the people that have the big falls whose standard of living suddenly gets just totally gutted. Hey, Brenda, how you doing, babe? Thank you. And reaction to a hard cast. Okay, well, thank God, honey. I appreciated your Thanksgiving card and thinking about me, and I was thinking about you too. God bless, sweetie. Well, thank you, Nippy. All we've done is just move things over to this channel going forward. So if you have people in your family, you have people that are concerned in life, let them know about the channel here, the discussions that we have. When the chat ends and it's on replay, send them a link to it. Right? You need to, you need to be aware of the events in the world right now. So, for the longer term, we have 8 billion people in the world or whatever. We have finite resources that have been maldistributed now. There's all kinds of screwed up distribution things and supply problems and things like that. probably the people down at the lower 1 billion people end of that are really feeling the storm right now. And all that storm is doing is going to start working its way up to the 2nd billion, the 3rd billion, the 4th, up the food chain here. We are so used to, as a society, we are so used to a society where the government can solve every. Thank you, Jamie. I appreciate that. I got another one coming tomorrow. Where the government can take care of any problem that comes along and people have full faith and confidence. All the government has to do is just spend more money, borrow more money. Antibiotic shortages in the there's going to be more shortages. We have a brain drain that's developing. We have people that are no longer enticed into certain careers because the pathway of the career, things like medicine, are not seeming like it's worth it anymore, right? The rewards, because of inflation, the cost of schooling and things, it's to the point where, the best and the brightest are choosing just to pass on it. So our research capabilities, the world is definitely moving backwards. Okay, we're not the well-oiled machine that we were on January 1st or in June of 2019. We're not the same. Okay, hey Jersey, how you doing? And the problem is we have a boat that's so overloaded with people on planet Earth that we have about this much freeboard, or the distance between the top of the boat sides and the water below of about that much. Okay. And everybody's expectation is that the government will do something to fix it. Government can probably feed you in the future, but it really can't control in the main what happens worldwide. So when people talk about a new world order, yeah, there's potential for that. Would that solve all the world's problems? Hell no, because there'll always be somebody that wants to climb to the top of the pole. Right? Right, Alan? There'll always be a group of people that want to get to the top. Yeah, Jesus is coming back. And not a moment too soon either. But this is the time of tribulation. So things fit together very well. It's a season of Christmas now. And there will be goodwill, and we'll have good times. But just be very aware that we have 8 billion people that have had manufactured prosperity here. Right? We would not have near the number of people on Earth if we had true capitalism. If the government wasn't supporting and subsidizing people, we would not have near the number of people on planet Earth that we have. Yeah, my favorite restaurant. Well, yeah, my favorite restaurant, a few of mine went tits up too. Okay, you cannot effectively, between trying to get workers and procure supplies, the world is 7-Elevening itself. All right, more and more people are in here getting the $7 pizza. All right, it's the option to feed yourself. At the top, we're trialing my ran ponies for everyone. I don't know, but I'm just saying, hey, James. But eventually, there will never be an order because somebody wants to be the top dog. And you will have nations in abject misery that begin to war and fight with each other. And you'll have a really, really, really rapid decline of population in the world, because that's the basic crux of things. Subsidization with engineered prosperity through borrowing, through social engineering, through all kinds of social experiments have created a world where very few people will be able to make it through the gate and be able. It ain't no pioneer days. Okay, and traveling out west really drove that into my mind. How many people today could endure what these pioneers did in making their way to California, making their way west and risking life and limb to, no, it's not in the fiber of our being now. It will be once again. Maybe in 100, 200 years it will be again. Maybe it'll be people going to Mars. I don't know. Right? Those with get up and go got up and went. I have a big story coming on the Donner Party of another little factoid of history here. But do you like Yankee Candle? I don't know anything about that. I don't have candles at all. I'm not much of a tchotchke person. Yeah. So, this many people can't move forward on planet Earth. Not through any fault of their own, but because we're all populist at heart. We want to, the ease of borrowing money became so great, and printing money, that, well, you guys can have it here, you can have it here, we can start this social program, more benefits for homeless, more benefits for food stamps, more benefits for housing, more benefits for education. Just throw it on the pile. It doesn't cost anything, right? We're just owe it to ourselves. Right, and then you have Janet Yellen, the Treasury Secretary of the United States, coming out and saying, "Whoa, it's getting a little sticky in the fundraising department now. It's getting a little bit sticky in the funding department." Right, the wheels aren't as greased as they used to be. Right. We're not, the volumes of money we need to raise are getting harder and harder to secure. All right, think about that. When you think about interest rates should just go down, down, down. It's like a balloon that's inflated, a long sausage balloon. If you squeeze this end, it gets bigger at that end. If you squeeze this end, it gets, if you borrow, you're going to squeeze the economy more with interest rates, right? If you print money, you're going to squeeze it the other way. The cost of living is going to put. There's no, it's what I call the checkmate economy. See, history does matter because history is replete with examples. We're no more educated. We're no more smart. Human nature has never been tamed. Right? Our basic nature has never been tamed. Yeah, thank you, Alex. Right? Human emotions are what drives greed and fear have never changed through the course of history, and they never will change. Ever. People don't have the money to spend or to give to fundraisers. Well, there's some places that are still doing okay. It depends. It depends where it is. Places like YouTube are supported $5 or $10 and things like that. Chomsky's very depressing, but correct. Noam Chomsky. But Noam Chomsky doesn't understand that the failure is not capitalism. The failure is prosperity. Because with our temporary prosperity that we enjoyed over 50 years as a result of being the only nation standing after World War II, we thought that we projected that linearly ahead, and we said that'll never change. So spend, borrow, spend. Yeah, okay, you need help now. You should go to college. Here's your loan. Okay, you need housing. Here's your money. Medical care. Yeah, we're going to give you the best. Medicare, no problem. Medicaid, got you all covered. Right. On and on. Small business, borrow. You want to open a shitty restaurant? Here you go. Small Business Administration. We got you covered 100 ways to Sunday. Whatever you want, we can do for you here. All right, because we're rich, we're wealthy. Well, we ain't rich and we ain't wealthy. We may generate current income, but we have a big pile of debt behind us. And God forbid that you ever take a program away. God forbid a politician comes up in California and says, you know what, we've done enough for homeless people. You're going to have to pull yourself up by the bootstraps. Good Lord. Say what? These poor people, not realizing that the more you feed, the more you support, the more you create. There will never be an end to homelessness until there's an actual cutoff, and that's it. They've been talking about the homeless problem since 1980. It has never, ever gotten better because it's more and more and more, right? Guilting people, guilting governments, guilting things. Right? The drug problem will never be changed. We've now given into the drug problem. The amounts of, people sitting around smoking all day long, weed, all day long. Untold amounts of money, right? Every single day. The amounts of THC in the product go up and up and up and up and will continue to climb till people become incapable of forward action, incapable of decision making, and just live life in a stupor. That's it. So if you think that the problems in the drug world are going to get better because there's some government program to do it, forget about it. That's why the DEA was created. How's that working out? How's that doing? Yeah, very expensive health insurance because every society's got to pay for everybody, right? Right. There's your basic problem like that. So am I saying weed is bad? I'm saying weed is changing very rapidly, Jersey. Weed is changing from something that was street grown and distributed and low content on it to being scientifically engineered for more and more and more. And I'm sorry, it creates a dependency in people. Oh, thank you, thank you, Land Beautification Project. I appreciate that. That's the goal of botanical genetic engineering now, is more and more and more. People talk about how much content, how much THC, what levels are in this. I know it makes youngsters lazy. I worked in the medical field for 20 years. I saw people come in and want my medical marijuana card. They were robust, strong, and all they wanted to do was just get high. That's it. Well, we don't do medicinal marijuana cards. Well, fuck you then. So I've seen the impact on society. I've seen the only growth business in Santa Rosa has been the proliferation of weed shops. That's it. 10 years ago we had none. Now we probably have 10 around the metro area here. Yeah, no one wants food that's GMO, but they'll eat and smoke GMO weed. I'm just not a weed person. 71 on the indigo super wax right now. I get cyclical vomiting due to weed. Yeah, I don't know my other car. I don't know anything about it. I'm just telling you my perception of what I've seen in society. Is that if you told a person that smoked every day, we're going to take your weed away, they would go nuts. But now it's in society, and we just have to deal with it. But do you think it's a net positive for society? I don't know. Just like gambling. You think gambling is a net positive for society? Yeah, weed can ruin families, and it's the story's still to be told, I think. But that's not my business, really. But I've seen the impact on young people. Yeah, they would go nuts, right? So yeah, smoke and vape stores are everywhere, and I don't know what that says about society. But I don't disparage anybody. Hey, Icy, that uses it and derives benefit from it, and that's my main thing. Yeah, it's a net positive for casinos. Yeah, but at the end of the day, Charla, casinos are like one of the greatest redistributors of wealth in America. They take tons of people coming in a funnel at one end through the front door, and all that money is concentrated into a very few hands. So when you want to talk about a concentration of wealth, casinos are one of the greatest wealth concentrators in the history of the world. And they seem to disproportionately affect the lives of those who can least afford to gamble. Right? So was I surprised when California voted down sports betting online and stuff? No, not really. Not really. My liquor store and said to myself, wow, I sound like weed. They sell weed. So I have basic issues with, with casino gambling. It was a short-term fix for Native Americans. Yeah, people can say the same thing about alcohol. Absolutely. Absolutely. But alcohol is not disproportionately affecting the young like the consumption of marijuana is. And that's my big concern in everyday life that I see now. My neighbor smokes weed, and well, you can't get a union job. Do you want your electrician using smoking? Right? It's bad enough they drink, but getting high. Yeah, I don't like the smell of weed. It just smells skunky to me. But I always say, if it helps you, I think it's a wonderful thing. I think it's a wonderful thing. Yeah, you can lose everything. I mean, when I first knew Missy Jen, one of her great friends in Missouri was a guy named Tom. He was on my channel one time. He was, he stopped by the rancho. He came up. He lived outside of Kansas City, Missouri. Unbeknownst to him, his wife rated about 125. This was a guy that was in Vietnam. He was a tunnel rat. Okay, when they would come into a VC area, he would be the guy when they found like an opening. He would be the guy they'd lower down on a rope with a flashlight and a 45. And he got profound PTSD from the experience of being, every time he would land with the airborne or would come in on the helicopter, he'd be the one to have to go underground because he was the shortest one. Anyway, he came back. He had Agent Orange. He had a hole in his brain and stuff. His wife, unbeknownst to him, plowed through $125,000 of savings, and basically then gave this guy the royal boot and left him destitute. Goddamn veteran, right? Because of her gambling habit. That always stuck with me, that story, and how that guy's life just went down to hell. Yeah, it was awful. You saw him he came and visited us in 2005 14 or 15. He's on a morning chooch of mine. Well, Missy Jen's got a lot of heart, and she ended up driving him to his VA appointments and everything. But let's be clear: if you get relief from weed, I'd rather see people on that than heavy narcotics and things like that, for sure. So I want to be perfectly clear. One can use weed as a matter, and they can use it all the time. Actually, it depends on the person. Yeah, I used it when I had that a year ago when I had that terrible side injury. I was over medicating with acetaminophen, and I ended up throwing up. I had so much stuff in my system, and I would have these bad spasms, and thank God the weed was there. Yeah, weed's better than opiates. That restored some semblance of a quality of life to me for the months where I had to sleep in a recliner and all that kind of stuff. So I'm sold on the benefits of it. Yep, remember about that? Not a fun time when that happened. That was brutal. Now I haven't had one in 3 or 4 months. It served its purpose for me. I'm a drinker. I prefer drinking. That injury was terrible. That was the worst and most painfully sustained for a period of time. I just could not get any relief from that at all. It's terrible. But I'll always be a drinker, but a moderated drinker. That's what I just never got anything really out of weed. But I think that people can become very dependent on it, despite what they've claimed over the years. And I've seen people just continuously, one after another, just to keep constantly high. Oh, that pain! There's nothing like rib pain. Ooh, 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 ooh. Everything in moderation. Exactly. And once again, if you get if you get benefit from it, I'm all for it. But like I said, there was a gal on YouTube that borrowed money and then basically told the guy F you, and just goes out and buys tons of weed products and showing it. I mean, there's no sense of responsibility. There's just no sense of responsibility about things. I'll be shocked if Mississippi ever goes legal. We're writing this sex thing. That's cool, Alan. Thank you for your service. Thank you to all the vets that served here. I'm very lucky in my life. Joey D, United States Air Force. Mr. Z, United States Air Force, Army Reserve. Bobby, United States Army. The boss, United States Navy. Don't ever buy an empty computer. What the hell? What? The hell? Don't ever buy an empty computer. The hell are you talking about, Catherine? Are you on the eggnog? It's not even December yet. The hell are you on about? I mean, we're all like that, Susan. Like, what? What? Well, happy birthday, Icy. HP right from China. That's probably going to change soon, Catherine. Right? Like I said, the unpredictability of what's going on over now has scared the hell out of got the lights burning late in every Fortune 500 company in America. They want to get the hell out of there so fast and come to the great state of Idaho, Montana, South Dakota, North Dakota. Prison system here. I don't know, Brenda. Not sure, honey. But I know they ain't in a good mood about the Crimson Tide. Oh, you're going to Costco tomorrow. Oh, okay. Right on. Costco. You gonna get the hot dog and the drink? Hey, Vince, how are you? So, like I said, if you derive benefit and it helps you through life, then by all means use it. But I worry for young people that, when I see people going into the weed shop, it's predominantly people 18 to, I would say, 18 to 40 years old, with that heavily skewed towards the average age of about 20, 23 years old, something like that. I worry about that. Hey, slug bug. In other words, if we ever had to institute a draft, I hate to think of that. We're having more and more of a shortage of young males anyway. Oh, of course, this time they'll scoop the women up too. Here you go. Here's your rifle. This is your rifle. You have no gun. This one's for fighting, nothing for fun. Well, that's what I'm saying. Whatever works for you, Hey, who was that? Hey, Linda. Driving my old 70 Big the other night. It was so cool. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, a draft would be so problematic, right? Be problematic from the people that were coming in from health wise to psychological wise. It'd probably be pretty difficult. Probably pretty damn difficult. You were in the real Hamburger Hill. Well, God bless. Bobby will tell you his contribution was in the kitchen, was in the mess tent. But I always say, Bobby, Army marches on its stomach. Don't worry about it, right? You need a good cook in the Army. Yeah, thank you for your support. We do have Cash Apps. Thoughts on Canada, Rosie? I'm scared. Canada is just like a sister to the United States. What can I say different about Canada? The one thing that I can say about Canada that always works in Canada's favor is Canada has relative to population, they have a disproportionate amount of natural resources. Okay. That will always accrue to Canada's benefit. Okay. All right. I don't even think Canada has explored 20%, exploited 20% of the resources that are in that great country. Are you kidding me? At the end of the day, there's a lot of value in that nation. There's a lot of liberalism, but from an economic point of view, it is tremendous. Well, you're not benefiting from them now, Vince, because you're fighting this problem now of posterity? In other words, what are we doing for our future? Are we going to keep harvesting the timbers of Canada? Are we going to keep pulling all the nickel out of the mine, out of the ground? And are we pulling all the oil out and the Alberta oil sands and going full gung-ho here, right? To add more fossil fuels to be burned to further pollute and destroy the world eventually. That's the battle that's going in with the Biden administration now. Right. That's the deal. Take care, Brenda. Thank you, sweetie. That's the battle that they are depleting the syrup. The sugar maple trees are in trouble, Crow. Yeah, and Great Lakes freshwater. There's a lot of real benefits to Canada. But they're in a situation where it's politically inadvisable to exploit them. All right, there's your basic bottom line. That's why when you say we're not exploiting them, because you don't have the economic necessity to do so. Nobody perceives the wolves at the door right now. And then by the time they see the wolves at the door, the value of those commodities to be extracted will collapse. They'll be worth more just staying in the ground or growing than they would be harvesting and selling. So, but you figure the population of Canada relative to the size of the nation and the resources, marine, land, minerals, timber, it's probably one of the most resource-rich nations on planet Earth. Oh, well, thank you, Vince. So I would be very comfortable being a Canadian. Your leadership will change and things, but Canada will face the same problems the United States has. It's, it has a national medical system that costs money. The population is aging, the same as it is in America. The costs of medical care rise. Sooner or later, the two lines cross on the graph of cost, and ability to, pay for it. Something's got to give, something's got to give, something's got to give. Right. Our medical system, as defunct as it is here, it has some aspect of rationing to it. Oh, that's nice, Slugbug. That's beautiful. Good night, Charla. Have I ever studied archaeology? No. I've studied cosmology, but not archaeology. My major was philosophy, and I had a double major, philosophy and political science, with a minor in history. Something's got to give, something's got to give, something's got to give. I think I'm going to throw these. I have some ribs left from last night. I think I'm going to throw them on the grill and sauce them and heat them some more and enjoy them tonight. I've been very keto the last 3 days. I think that'll good. Let's go have some beer. Well, they laughed at me for majoring in philosophy, but I enjoyed it immensely because it taught me how to think. Right? It's probably one of the most useful things that you could study. So I don't regret that. Political science, I only picked that major up too because all the good-looking girls were in political science and history. And that worked out pretty good. That worked out pretty good. shit. Look at this guy just tooling along. Jesus, dude. No concept of what the hell's going on. Would you have seen that 40 years ago? The Need to Question. That was my textbook. Written by Malcolm Clark. The Need to Question. My great courses, philosophy of law, all kinds of great things. Chance and Necessity, another great read. Darn, I hope I can get into my property with this dude with his... Oh, such a bitch. If you're just coming in, please hit the thumbs up button and share out the chat. It is very appreciated. That's one of the greatest books I ever read, called Chance and Necessity. Great read. Great read. What the pop? We're almost at 1 million. Well, you all know the way I feel about Canada. Ugh. I wonder if we got mail. Did I even check the mail? I don't know. Canada is a very gifted country. And God willing, it'll always be an ally of the United States. But they make mistakes too. They certainly participated in the resettlement of Japanese in World War II, uprooting them from the West Coast and moving them to. There was still a lot of suffering there, but that's not really a story that gets told. Well, who can't love Canada? Are you kidding me? It's like Santa Claus. Who hates Santa Claus? Who can't like Santa Claus? Really? I've never met anybody that didn't like Canadians. I used to travel that people say, oh, tell them you're Canadian. You'll have no problem. Oh, ooh, ooh, ooh. What's this? Something's gotta give, something's gotta give, something's gotta give. Just junk bullshit catalogs. Well, your leader's unlikable, but he's properly elected, right? I mean, that's the problem. Is that you get what you get with democracy. Hello, Bird. How you doing, Bird?
Good, how are you?
Good. All right, baby socks, I hear you. Oh, yeah, I'm going to be set up out here. It's cold at night now, too. You better believe it. It's a chilly willy. It be a chilly willy. Oh, oh. It's a chilly willy. It's a chilly willy. Oh, I gotta pee. It's cold, man. For me, for California, wake up. It's a cold and frosty day in old London town. All right, let's see what we got here. Sorry, guys. Just give me a minute to get this. I'm trying to get on the right channel here. Channel. Let's see what we got here. Okay, there we go. All right, yeah, if you haven't hit the thumbs up button, please do so. Let me use the bathroom real quick.
News went crazy. So, what do you think the difference is between fake news and real news or half out? He said, what's wrong with you? Well, not long lives here.
All right, there we go. Yeah. They're all around me these days. They're all around me. All right, Jody. Jodykins. Ooh. Ooh. Hello. Hello, Great Furbo. They're going to sit here and watch me eat my peanuts now. Yeah. I hate that with pets. They'll just sit there and They'll just sit there and just stare at you. Look at that. Sitting there, just eyeballing me. Temptations treats. Yeah, I'm not here to, I don't know. They're not really my cats. Right? I do try to pick up cat food once in a while. Baby socks. Baby socks. I like the one in the back there. That's my favorite. That moral around. That's fine. I got no problem with that. But you got to understand where Twitter's headquartered. You're a sum total of your inputs. I've had Wasabi diamonds. They're good. They open up your nasal passage too. Right? Kitten cat, you are really hard boiled. Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
We all talk to each other. Some of us like your dad, right?
Yeah, they're good. I've had them before. These cats ask for everything all day. Got a weird signal tonight. Yeah, I'm gonna throw those ribs on. Oh, wow. You think you're on a watch list, Kitten Cat, huh? Yeah, because I get people yelling at me. Oh, you removed the comment. No, a lot of shit is pulled. It doesn't even get to show up here. Oh. Oh my God, you had to pick every one out of a 5-gallon bucket. Can you imagine that? If the bird had gotten hold of a wasabi? I love wasabi, but damn. Yeah, animals know a sucker when they see one. Don't forget, if you're holiday shopping, please copy the link there for the US, UK, or Canada. It really helps the channel. You're going to buy on Amazon anyway. Just use my door to go in. That's all. Yeah, P. Carver, that's a lot of work, honey. That's a lot of work. It was windy today. This corner came down here, but it was very easy to put it up. It was so windy. I think we got rain coming in on Thursday, which will be all right. We're ready for it. No, hey Dixie, I don't think I started a cat farm. I don't know. Did I? I'm not sure. I'm still back on Kitten Cat. I held the man. Yeah, I had a manual when I first. I had a 2012 Chevy Cruze manual. I used to go up and down the hills of this. I did okay with the manual. I just got tired. It started to take a toll on my left knee. Right. Oh, started taking a toll.
Big friend.
Yeah, wasabi is a mixture of wasabi's a root, but these days in this country they make it with a green goo and horseradish. Yeah, it's the coolest property on YouTube, Pete Carver. Right to Rancho. Baby sucks. All the knuckleheads. All the knuckleheads lined up. Right there. I always said it's like the San Quentin exercise yard here. Oh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Welcome back, Jody. I like wasabi because you can really blast your nasal passages open sometimes. Whoa, sometimes they use so much horseradish. Oh, gets up your nose and into your nasal cavity. Oh, it burns like hell. Yeah, we got the Four Stooges. One of them's on the step. You can't see him. Where the other one is? Ooh, yeah, I have to log out and check, see it's really as I can see it does not mean anyone else really scummy must. Well, he's certainly paid the money to have that privilege, Kit and Cat. Ms. Lulu, if you've ever had sushi with wasabi, I'm gonna recommend you take it real easy. I mean, I love it myself, but sometimes you can really overdo it, and it's like, oh, you just feel it like it's just in your nasal cavity, and the intensity of pain goes up, and then it goes down all of a sudden. It's so bad. Yeah, there you go, Dixie. You'd want to hang out with me. You need some wasabi? You really can't find wasabi. There's only one sushi place I ever went to with Terra that I ordered real wasabi, and you had to pay $3 extra. They grounded off the wasabi root. What you see in the sushi places is just, that's not the real deal. Why the hell is this light on in here? I'm going to have to get a new light thing for the back. I had to unscrew them. They were on 24 hours. Those lights back there. I can't afford that. Yeah. You're running those fucking lights 24 hours. Oh. I eat wasabi. Oh, man. Oh, wow. Shimei, that's like the worst I've ever had. The last live so much. Well, thank you, Ruby. Wasabi's best with a teeny tiny no salt. Are you effing serious? Peanut jar, no salt. I actually like natural peanut butter. It's a pain in the ass to stir it up, but it's really good. If you've never had real, with no sugar added or no oil added, it's really amazing. I like wasabi. Set up a cat cam. I'm not sure which, there's moderation and other things, Kit and Cat. I'd have to have a hell of a block list for the side chat. I could, but they're not really around that often. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're missing 2 tonight. I don't know where the hell they are. Yeah, that's the good stuff, Crow. Well, Tara turned me on to that. I'm like, wow, this is so intensely peanut flavor. It's so good. She's like, yeah, it's keto too, so enjoy it. Right, no sugar, no extra oil to it, and delicious. I don't know. What do you think, Kit and Kat? Should I set up? Should I try to get a? I'd have to dedicate a channel to that. Set up a computer and have that baby running. Susan, how do you get the wrong things at Walmart? Ordering online? I don't think I've ever ordered online. Asiago cheese. Is that Italian, Kit and Kat? I bet you did, Shimei. Hey, Naomi. I'm sorry you had a stomach virus, honey. There's the queen of cowboy rodeo country there. Oakdale, California. The Princess of Oakdale, Naomi Garza. How you doing, honey? Yeah, you put brown sugar and you put sesame oil in, P. Carver, you're going to have the best damn fried rice you ever had. That's the secret ingredient, the brown sugar and the sesame oil. It is so damn good. At Walmart last week in the ladies' room, someone shit in the sink. Now, Kathy, how did they pull that off? Probably. How did they pull that off that you're going to crap in a sink? I mean, the sink is kind of in a public area, the ladies' room. I've seen really messed up stalls and stuff where women have been on their period and things, and I mean, it's been, ooh, well, I don't want to say, I don't want to get into a lot of, oof. When I'm traveling on the road, I've done videos of just like, sort of something, I don't know, something else to go. Sometimes they choose, they choose something bizarre. The hell? What? Like, give me an example, Crow. Like, if you order blue cheese, they're gonna give you, what, Munster cheese? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why somebody would crap in a sink. As opposed to just the more comfortable on a toilet, right? Yeah, thumbs up or appreciate it, guys, if you're coming in. Thank you, Jody Kins. Love you, honey. I love my Jody girl. Cats are fighting tonight, Bird. The cats are fighting. Bird says, I'm a lover, I'm not a fighter. The movie Bridesmaids, yeah. Thank you, Naomi. Yeah, I did the Manzanar, which profoundly affected me, especially when you watch that through to the end. Ooh, I was in tears. Walmart ordering system. I got a nice one coming tomorrow. Carson City. And then I'm going to put on the Murphy channel, I'm going to put the drive from Bishop, California to Carson City on. I think that's about 150 miles. So, nice to see you, Naomi. I'm glad you're feeling better, honey. I did enjoy Lone Pine. I'm actually considering hiking up Mount Whitney. Women's dressing to be included in clothes to wife. I've been in many of them. I don't know who Bird's talking to. Baby socks. You've got the cutest little baby socks. Do 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 do. Get feeling better. My birthday's Saturday. Well, happy pre-birthday, honey. There's something very special about December birthdays. Do 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 do. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah, I'm getting ready to throw my ribs on. I got it in the evening. Thank you guys for your support. It is appreciated. I did add Cash App now, which is nice. Total privacy and everything. So any support's appreciated as we get ready to get this rig on the road again. I don't know, Naomi. Yeah, don't end up. Well, they actually said that Mount Whitney is one of the. It's the tallest mountain in the lower 48. It's also one. Yeah, I'm a little worried about the altitude, almost 15,000 feet. But it's the only one that is hikeable in a day. You can make it up in a day, and it's not. You don't need any climbing gear or other stuff. So. I might really challenge myself. I'm not sure if I want to get caught up there in winter time though, because the temperature plunges to, zero. At that altitude, yeah, train for altitude is no joke. But I've had a lot of people challenge me. Oh, Rosie, you pussy, you backed out from. Yeah, I get very uncomfortable in nature. And there were weird things crawling around out there, and I had to get the hell out of there. But I may push myself again. I don't know. I may go down to Death Valley. Shit in the cup. Can you do that, Dixie? If you order online, you tell them no substitutions or just forget the item. 'Cause I've never had anything. Oh, I'm not the camping type, honey. I'm scared as hell in nature. Hell no. When the sun goes down, I want to feel concrete and asphalt under my feet. Hydrate. I hear you, my other car. I want to look down and see asphalt or concrete under my feet. Oh, hell to the no. Camping? Are you kidding? A bear comes in and rips me a new asshole in the night? No. Hell no. I don't care about the bed. I care about living. There's no way on God's green earth I'm going to be out in nature. When that sun goes down, I am so far the hell out of that place. My worst nightmare is the sun's going down at 4:30 in the afternoon. I'm 8 miles up on the mountain. And it's going to be a brutal life and death struggle. The temperature's dropping 10 degrees per hour. It's going to be a brutal life and death struggle. I don't know about camping, Bunky. How about just a cheap, shitty motel I stayed, $33 a night? I tried to climb out of it. It was booked out, unfortunately. Yeah. Well, this time of year, it's okay. We don't have the people showing up now. Nice to see you, Rod. But my Lord, that's beautiful to stand up there and look at Mount Whitney. Oh. You know how few people will ever see the eastern side of the Sierras there? You took your... Oh, I'm sure you did, Catherine. Why am I not surprised? Yeah, I think renting a cabin is way better than camping. I had a lot of camping through Maine and Europe and stuff. I got tired of it. Plus, in the off season, you can get a decent motel for $30-40 a night. I don't give a shit. If they're humping next door and the wall, everything's moving, I could care less. Right? I really don't care. What's your best camping tip? Anybody is, I don't know, you're asking the wrong person. 11 and a half years in a tent trailer. Was that a pop-up, Catherine? That must have been a pop-up. Let me start this. Let me get this stove set here. You guys got to understand, I'm a city person through and through, all right? I want to feel asphalt and concrete. Man, I get tired of looking at cats down here. Cats everywhere. La, da, da. Oh, I got such warm. I'm gonna have to put something over this white. Rain dancer. Yeah, make sure somebody knows where the hell you are. Welcome back to the chat, Rain Dancer. Don't fuck with me, boys. Don't fuck with me, boys. I gotta slice the rest of these. Hold on a minute.
You guys get out much? I don't get out much. Not New York. New Hampshire. Oh, you got ski slopes. That sounds pretty good.
Don't fuck with me, boys. Just eat these babies up from last night.
All right, let's see. Carolina.
Y'all knuckleheads, I got my eye on.
Oh,
Ooh, there's not a a cloud in the sky. That temperature is going to be plunging tonight. Plunging tonight. Oh, don't fuck with me, boys. Remember that from the movie? Don't mess with me, boys. Yeah, that's from Mommy Dearest. Yep. Yeah, that was the best line from the movie when she's sitting at the board meeting of Pepsi Cola in the 50s or whatever. And they want her the hell out of the country. They want her the hell out. Don't fuck with me, boys. Yeah. It's like, I guess they, yeah, they were diving for cover on that deal. What a weirdo. We're going to put this on for barbecue protection tonight. Our surveyor's jacket. It's that time of the year, Bird.
Oh, Santa Claus.
Santa Claus. Your birthday's coming up too, December 21st.
It's January.
I thought it was December on the solstice.
No, that's the solstice.
My bad. I thought it was December.
I'm late.
Well, I'm going to take you out for steak dinner like last year. I did that.
Really?
Celebrate your birthday. Oh, yeah. Don't fuck with me, boys. Oh, it's a balanced diet of meat. Do. Light of my life on Moonlight Bay. Do on Chesapeake Bay. Welcome up, baby. Ooh, it is windy and cold tonight. Man, Bird, that wind's really up tonight. Woo!
Yeah, it's picking up.
Woo! Okay, good night, maybe, Susan. Thank you. Well, Cass, what are you going to do when it's windy and cold, honey? I can't prance around in a bikini here. That'll be coming. I think we're going to pick some lemons and do some bikini baking. Whew. We're going to make a lemon meringue pie. Oh, delicious. Son of a bitch. What the hell are you doing? What the hell are you doing? Huh? Damn. You picked up my brush? You picked up my brush? Yeah, look at me like that. Now I gotta go clean it. Ah! got no sense at all.
My phone looks brand new, but it don't work anymore. I don't know what happened to it.
Can you let me look at it tonight?
Look, it's not broken. It stopped working.
Yeah, but internally you may have jarred something on the inside of it. So, can I take it overnight?
Yeah, and then I got a case. I got a new
What model is this, bro?
853. It's 5G. You just got it fixed. Look at what happened.
I know.
And then look, we got this one.
Do, 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 do.
Got me a thing.
We
We got this thing right here. A case. We got a
Yeah, you
case.
need a case for sure.
So you got a case and got some plastic thing for the screen. So got a case. I just got it fixed. It don't work. And this one looks pretty good.
You keep the case with you if we can't bring this thing back to life. So,
Oh, it just sucks. It doesn't work.
yeah, don't worry. Yeah, just give me a chance. I've only had it for 3 minutes. Okay.
But Rosie, my other one, I dropped it for a year. It was fine. Look at what happened to this one. It's brand new.
Just let me have it overnight. Man, it's getting windy. Windy. I have a Ozark Trail flashlight. It's called Ozark Trail. I think it's 700 lumens. Let me double check here. I love this flashlight. I wore the first one out This is the OT 750L. It's really excellent. I wore the first one out, so now I take backup to the graveyard. 750 lumens is a lot. That is a lot. It's really bright, yes. I got my new pair of Ray-Bans today too. Woo. Yeah, it's really bright. Unfortunately, that wind's kicking up now. Do. Well, that's about the best one you can get commercially. Just out of the store. I highly recommend it. It's been an amazing unit for me. I need a bright beam to go to Lake Mead. I don't want to haul an automobile headlight down there because I'm very scared at Lake Mead. Hoover Dam, and I'm going to go over the side. Seems like I have. Seems like I have. I don't have a princess at the rancho, so. Don't knock the keyboard. I got a heart of gold, baby. I got a heart of gold. You keep me searching for a while. I wanna live. Delicious. I'm a Scrooge. I don't have a... Yeah, I'll be around, Rob. I don't think I'm going to be able to hit the road this week. Helping somebody with their yard work. Trimming a big-ass canary palm. What a pain in the ass that is. Look who's back. Oh, thank you, Brian. You got a new project. What's the new project, Joni? Did you put up a video on it? Last I saw was your Thanksgiving leftovers. Damn, that wind tonight is cutting me like a knife. Really? How about my feed? Huh? How about my feed? Oh, a 1966 travel trailer. That's cool. Well, if you were sick, what are you going to do about it? That's cool, Joni. 1966 travel trailer. Oh, thank you, Brian. You're so sweet. The support is definitely appreciated. I hope to be back on the road. Don't go to Crapplebee's. Hey, Cheryl. How you doing, honey? Good to see you. I'm just having the leftover ribs. They're enjoying a rib bone. So get Mexican food. Sure, may. Baja Blast. It's baby socks. socks is too cute. They already come wandering in the house. I wonder if Eric and Nancy moved out of the neighborhood with Aurora. I don't know. Wow, that's hot. Oh. I wanna live sleeping on the couch. For $9, yeah, trailers are popular because we don't have to worry about rain too much, Johnny. It never rains in summertime. You got no manners. Don't touch my brush. You got no manners. That's your basic malfunction. You got no manners in life. You're like a PI. Have a grocery outlet there in out in can't remember the fucking name. What the hell's that? But they're, yeah, I'm saying a good price on ribs. Good price on ribs. Yes, to me, that's funny as hell. I wish somebody looked at me like that. Shemay is one of a kind. Just like my Jody kids. What the hell are we running around about? Is there a fire? All right, shoot yourself. Thank you, Kaylee. We love you. I think I got one more rotten rib. Baby socks, you dumbbell. Oh, you bother me all night and then I got you a nice meaty rib? Come on. There you go. You dummy, you left it on the chair. You got about as much sense as I do. Which ain't saying a hell of a lot. Yeah, YouTube catches up with fan evaders. They just take their time now. You don't have to lift a finger. It automatically ISP connects. For me, I could have cared less. Yeah, I'm a dog person. I don't know how the hell it happened. You ever heard the saying, shit happens? Yeah, send them over to the Rosie O'Kelly channel, Jimmy. Not a lot of meat on these ribs, but damn delicious. What happened to your bone? You let the other cat get your damn bone. 45 minutes. I would put it at 50 minutes at 375. What happened to your bone? Now you're back? Huh? What happened to your food? What happened to your bone? smoke for 10 hours. Deliscable. Not much meat, but what's there is church. Well, you're gonna keep making noise now. Ooh. You got all your bone over there.
Tell my boss, fuck you. I want my money. For the American money, you won't take it? Alright, fucker. Fuck this job. Pay me.
I got an excellent job on the ribs. What happened, Bird?
I went to the store with a bunch of change. They won't let me get any cat food. I did not get paid today. Pay me. I did the work or you can fire me. Bullshit. I did the work. It's your job. Pay me or you tell me to fuck off. My fucking cats are hungry.
I've given plenty of pork tonight. Oh, that was delicious. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to go on a mission tomorrow night. We're gonna take Rain Dancer's advice. I think we're gonna go to.
Fucking nickels.
I think we're gonna go to a mill, a feed mill. I'm gonna try to go to a feed mill tomorrow, Bird. They probably sell 50-pound bags or something.
Pay me. I'll give a fuck if it's 8 o'clock. I want to get paid right now. I'm fucking hungry too.
I only had turkey for one meal. Yeah, we have a feed mill in Petaluma. Was that glass?
Building over there. Bunch of change.
What is it? They didn't want to take the change?
You're gonna have to wait. We're gonna get fired if we get paid right now.
Hold on, Bert.
Fuck out of here.
Blackbird. What do you think? You didn't want to take change?
I'm not gonna go back to the store. There's one of being one cat. Alright, thank you, Rosa. I'll get it back to you.
I don't want to see you upset. Is that Dave's Market?
No, this one. We went there earlier and got a bunch of nickels to get some beer. But, like, I want some cat food.
Well, you got the folding money and they
They're
also.
like, no.
Because they took his money for beer, but they didn't take his money for cat food. So.
I have money. I can get paid.
I don't-
want
that's
to get paid.
fine, I'm
It's
just-
in the contract.
My chat was just asking me what happened.
Fuck, does it look like I'm gonna eat? Fuck out of here. Water, you want to pay me every day? Then get someone else. Fuck you. I'm not that nice. Go, oh, whatever. Pay me, what, twice a week? No, fuck you. Okay, I'm gonna talk to the junkie over. Give me another gig. Fuck this. We did this dance before. No meeting. No whatever. Fuck out here. Keep on playing around. Yeah, find someone else. Best I can. If it's not good enough, they go find some other cocksucker. I won't give a fuck if you're an asshole who don't want to pay me anything, whatever. I want to get right now. Want money.
He loves the cat.
Bullshit. I'm hungry. I should be like, yeah, fucker, I'm hungry. We think about that.
Probably just a 7-Eleven bird, just in a short-term pinch. Ooh. Good night, Linda. Good night, Linda. Thank you. Ooh. Cyber Monday is almost over. Pop, thank you for your kind donation tonight. Thank you. Please, about your concealed carry, well, please provide me with the caliber of the Glock 19. What the hell do you think it is? Fucking 9mm. Hell's bells, man. Are you kidding me? What's the caliber of a Glock 19? Really? Unbloody believable. Unbloody believable. The hell do you think the caliber is? 40mm? Is that up in the mall, up in a little shopping center there, that store?
I'm gonna go to the gas station.
Okay, or also, Bird, the 7-Eleven, I think, has cat food there. He will not rest until those gets it. Cheryl, how do you know, honey? You're in Canada. Baby Socks, I've given you meat galore tonight. Your daddy's off on a meat run right now. Right? Off on a meat run. Off on a meat run. Ah. All I'm required to do is provide the serial number of the weapon. Which I did. Yeah, cat food is terrible. We've had a hell of a time. So I'm going to take Rain Dancer's advice. I'm going to go to a feed store. 8 boxes of candy canes. I'm not even going to get a tree for 2 weeks. Do. Y'all going to fight with each other? You gonna call me? She's my soulmate. Yeah, we don't have any Tractor Supply here. You have a nice genuine imitation tree. That's beautiful. Bird cares a lot about these cats eating, and he gets upset if there's a food supply situation. We've got so much meat tonight. So much. Yeah, there shouldn't be, because there's plenty of dog food. I mean, hell. I mean, I don't know how to explain it, that food is in short supply for cats, but there's shitloads for dogs. I mean, how in the hell? I don't even know how to explain it. Why would dog food is like fine. Baby Tylenol shortage too. Shape of the world coming up, guys. It's only $1 a can. What's only $1 a can? Oh, I paid 69 cents. I got tuna the other night, but it was all watery, and the cats were all pissy about it. They were all upset. It's like a watery mess. Mexican shit food. Baby Socks, what the hell are you doing? Wandering around. Hey, lurker. I don't forget about lettuce. I've given up on romaine lettuce. Has disappeared. I don't even want to talk about it, Cheryl. I don't even want to talk about it. I don't even want to. It's such a bunch of bullshit. What a bunch of bullshit. You've got to have heart. Miles and miles and miles of heart. Ooh. Yep, thumbs up appreciated. Animal Guardians. Well, I think tomorrow I got to do some more work on this yard to help this person do their landscape work. I kind of owe them one. So After that, I think I'm going to go down to the feed mill and or maybe over to the Western feed, Western market. How about that? Well, I know the eggs are because of avian flu. So I'm going to go over to the Western farm market and see what I can do for cat food tomorrow. I don't want to see Bird upset about feeding the cats. Although, truth be told, they haven't missed many meals. Yeah, thank you. This is my second day tomorrow on landscape. I'm trimming a big-ass Canary Island palm tree. Oh, hey, Luce. Cleaning it, all that shit, all those dead fronds, and doing the best that I can. Doing the best that I can. I think I'm going to have use of a small chipper tomorrow. I don't know if it's going to make good work of the fronds. Hey, what's up, Ozzy? How you doing, mate? You handsome devil? Snow coming. I thought he had a heart attack. Oh, you better not be out shoveling. Ooh, ooh. Baby socks. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Get a snowblower. Blow that shit away. Ooh. Or move to a warm place. Oh, oh, cleaning snow. Wow. I'm glad I don't see. I saw enough snow. I'm going to do a driving video from Bishop, California to Carson City on this channel. That was enough snow for me. I almost died up there. I've been doing that since 5th grade, Nino. Yeah, get that snowblower, get some new fuel, clean that spark plug, get that son bitch going, Kaylee. Save the old man. 4 inches more, that's what she said. Ooh. I don't give a shit about. I want I'm going to buy a big ass 50-pound fucking bag of cat food. All right, end this shit. Ozzy, you got cat food shortage in over there in Perth? Who in the hell's chewing a bone? Is that a rat? Somebody's chewing a big ass bone. Picking that baby clean. Picking that baby clean. I'm getting a big bag. I'm tired of messing around. I'm not just a talker. I go out and do it. You best believe that there'll be a big ass bag of food here. Right? I don't do that. You know, if I say I'm going to do it, I'm going to bust my balls to try to get it tomorrow. I got just a place to try to go. I'm going to start at the Western Farm Market over on 6th Street or whatever. And then take it from there. Baby socks, did you not eat? You want delicious honey turkey? Yeah, bring the good shit out. Why do you always get the good shit, Rosie, and we get scraps? It's a hard knock life for us. It's a cat's life for us. Set of good stuff, we get crap. Right. Well, he cares a lot about he went up with he didn't get paid. Right, his boss fucked him over today, so, right, the big bag, that's it. And he cares very much about the cats eating. He had to change and they wouldn't sell him because the guy didn't want to take the time to count up the change and stuff. So I gave him a few bucks. I was just go get the food. Don't worry about the guy. You know, let's not lose sight of what the mission is tonight. Let's not lose sight of the prize. All right. I got to get up at 6:30 tomorrow. It's going to be frosty and cold as fuck. And this person's going to be all gung-ho in their yard. Right. Let's get to it. Right, when it's really cheerful, 6:30 a.m. Let's get to it. Right, sun's coming up. We only got so many hours of daylight. I'm like, I think we got about 8 hours, good 8 hours here. 9 hours. Yeah, it's okay. We don't want to be here the whole night. I hope this chipper works tomorrow. Damn. I'm hoping it does. This thing might be a weak mofo. I don't know. Have you guys ever trimmed a Canary Island palm? Damn, man. You got more dead things coming off the side of it. Chewy for dog. I don't know what the hell Chewy is. But you best believe I'm going to be I'm going to be shopping with the big boys at the farm market tomorrow. You best believe it, Luce. They'll be like, damn. Always watching YouTube. What the hell was he expect you to do? Work? Yeah, steer clear of this chipper shrapnel, yeah. You're gonna see my best cousin for 4 nights. Woo! Nice. Yeah, what the hell, Ozzy? What do they expect you to do? Work? Damn, man, it's Christmas time. Right, even down under with... It's gonna be nice and warm in Perth, eh, Ozzy? They do it up in down there in Perth. Ooh, summer's coming. That's nice. Mandurah, what a beautiful area there, Mandurah. A vehicle hit by a stray chipper bits. Did it do anything to it? It's a site for animal stuff. Ooh, I'll probably do a video on this channel, Luce, on the my struggles for cat food. 2022, the next shortage. Dun, 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 dun. A chipper dented you? How in the hell could you chipper dent you? That stuff's supposed to be flying all over the place. Baby socks! Cat's enjoying the hell out of that bone. I don't know, Dixie. We'll see how it goes tomorrow. I think other people probably got the idea too. I mean, it's just like these days I'm so... I don't know what the word is. I'm beyond distressed. Good night, Pop. Thank you. I'm beyond distressed. I'm just flaccid. Yes, I got booster number 4, Kaylee. It gave me an overnight rocking, but it worked out all right. Yeah, it's they feed no cat 30. These are cats, Loose, not dogs. You see my pal here? Does that look like a dog to you? Right? That's baby socks. Baby socks. Baby Socks is waiting until the honey turkey comes out. All right. Let's get to the good shit. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah, it said I'm just flaccid. just flaccid. Like, who the hell needs it, right? Yeah, I mean, Aussie, I'm like fucking emotionally flaccid. You know what I mean? I've chased one shortage after another shortage. I didn't know what the cat food situation would be, and all of a sudden, I go 2 weeks in a row. I look in the store. I piss down my leg. There's no cat food at all. No bags. Crazy. And I'm like, what the hell? It's like, what the hell, you know? It's like, what the hell happened? Y'all suck on them bones? Like a bunch of dogs? You know, I got cats that are hungry around here. Hungry, man. Honda Odyssey. The Honda Odyssey's a car, isn't it? I think we got 6 cats now. I don't know. I only see 4 tonight. Baby Socks, what are you doing? Huh? Baby Socks is like, I'm waiting for the honey roasted ham to come out. Hey, Rupert. Y'all be careful with the chipper. It's a small one. It's got a pretty strong clutch in it. I mean, breaking it. It ain't gonna suck me in. I don't know where the one cat's like feasting away here. I don't know. Yeah, so broke. I lost 20 pounds on the no money diet. Yeah. It's just. Did you get it, Bird? All right. I'm just gonna have to feed him some honey ham tonight. Dip into the private reserve. Oh, don't fuck with me, boys. All right, here we go. All right, guys, feeding time. This is the best we can do till I get to the store. There you go, Mr. X. It's Mr. X's Mega Meat. Throw down some nice Alpo. cats are dining well tonight. Till the Alpo came out. Don't break their plate.
We gotta save some for when we have some cat food. You don't have to grab food. Whatever, just eat it.
Eat it. You just eat it like it's a shawarma off the thing. Hey, Seal, how you doing? You're feasting on that dog food. there's no tomorrow. Let me see what I got here.
Ran into it not once, twice. Second time we kicked the ball out in the middle of the street.
They're doing it up with the dog food. There we go. Yeah, I don't think there's a lot of difference in the food, but cat food is very hard to find right now. They're licking that like it's a shawarma. I don't think the cats much care. Well, what the hell are you doing? You've been eating good all night, huh? Resigning in style.
Okay, let me pet him now. Where's Spot? Spot disappeared.
Ran away.
This is blue. Baby tiger.
Baby tiger.
The other one looked more like tiger, but different. This one comes this is blue.
Baby socks. Big price to pay for baby time.
Baby tiger.
It's like herding cats, right? Oh shit. What the hell do I know? Shit. Oh, there we go. That be it. Old B goofing around. Baby socks.
This one lets you pet it. This one
Run. Hey. There we go. All right, guys, 3.5 hours for me. I'm going to go ahead and close it down. See if I can get some cat food tomorrow. dry food. So to my wonderful moderators, thank you. For those of you on Cash App and PayPal, thank you for your support. It is very appreciated. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Jody Kin, Cheryl, Shemay, thank you so much tonight for moderating a great chat. We had a wonderful time tonight. More videos coming tomorrow. I think by about Thursday we'll be done. Couldn't find erection talk. I don't know. Good night, everybody. Thumbs up or appreciated. Thanks, everybody. Do 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 do.